much less
to see it,
available. And this answers a lot of questions. This lets us know how was the Prophet ﷺ able to ascend into the seven heavens. Because he only ascended in his own reality, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And everybody ascends in his own reality as well. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam attributes to him whomever he wills. He attributed Salman al-Farisi to him. He said, Salman minna ahlul bayt. And those that are from him biologically, he can distance away.
All the time.
All the time. And so this is an important point. If you know the reality of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then you are absent from everything other than the Prophet. He is the greatest manifestation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is said that Imam Ali Zayn al-Abidin, when he went to Medina to visit the grave of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he addressed him and said, Ya Nur Allah al-Akmal, oh the most perfect light of Allah, Ya Sir Huwiyat al-That, oh the secret of the essence of the essence, or the secret of the identity of the essence. And what they didn't say is much more important than what they did say. What they kept as secrets.
That's right.
And these secrets, you can only know them is if you sit with the people of Senate. And nobody should think that a majlis like this, if the founder of this tariqah, as it seems by the consequences of chronology and time, has disappeared from this world some time ago. He is more present now than he was.
When they make when they bring the cloth out for the last part, when you read they translate the poem as the pearl of perfection, but the title is even bad. What it is, it's the flawless gem.
Allah.
When the flawless gem is being read, the Prophet reason why you have that is the Prophet showing
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Joy of the gathering.
And this is in the Quran. If you want to talk about the Quran, the people who claim to follow the Quran and the Sunnah, they don't know the Quran. Because if they knew the Quran, they would know that you cannot abrogate verses unless they have something to do with jurisprudence. And وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ إِذْ ظَلَمُوكَ وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ إِذْ ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ جَاءُوكَ فَاسْتَغْفَرُوا اللَّهَ وَاسْتَغْفَرَ لَهُمُ الرَّسُولُ has nothing to do with fiqh. وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ فِيكُمْ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. There is nothing bigger than that. This has nothing to do with fiqh. And actually it's addressed to the believers. The verse before it, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِنْ جَاءَكُمْ فَاسِقٌ بِنَبَإٍ فَتَبَيَّنُوا. And then the next verse, وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ فِيكُمْ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. And look at the term. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't say وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ بَيْنَكُمْ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ, amongst you. No. Fikum means both. With you and in you. In you. That you can become the manifestations of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Just like he is the most perfect manifestation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Same like the story I heard once the Shaykh Ibrahim, when someone had taken a picture of him, and they showed him the picture, and they said, if your cameras work, then when they took this picture, the Prophet even that camera doesn't work.
We have a known tradition of a man who came to the Prophet ﷺ, and this is called the hadith of ad-du'a al-mustajab bi husn al-mas'ala. The prayer that was answered by the beautiful way of asking for the dua. This man came to the presence of the Prophet ﷺ, and he addressed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He didn't address the Prophet ﷺ. He said, Ya Allah, I am your servant, and this is your messenger, and shaitan is your enemy. If you forgive me, I will be saved, your messenger will be happy, and shaitan will be angry. If you don't forgive me, I will be in ruin, your messenger will be angry, and shaitan will be happy. And you are more generous than to leave me in ruin, to leave your messenger angry, and to leave shaitan happy, and walked away. And so the Prophet ﷺ smiled and said, غَفَرَ اللَّهُ لَهُ بِحُسْنِ مَسْأَلَتِهِ. Allah forgave him by the beautiful way in which he asked.
This is a good one, I never heard that one.
And you know, the books of law are filled with the permissibility to intercede on behalf of the Prophet. And one of the scholars he answered the argument that they say, well, you can't ask from a dead person because they don't benefit or harm. And his simple question was, well, do you think a living person benefits or harm? If you think a living person benefits or harms, then the aqidah is your problem. The living person doesn't benefit or harm either. It's only Allah. So it doesn't matter whether they're living or dead. And we're not atheists, so we don't believe that the body disappears, that the soul disappears after death.
Right.
But even more that the earth is forbidden from consuming the flesh of the Messenger of God, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And to even go back to what you said about becoming him, there's a series of scholars in West Africa in the 18th and 19th century that write about the salawat ala nabi, and that if you make that 1,000 times every day, that you are guaranteed that you will see him. You are guaranteed that you will see him. And if you exceed that, and you exceed that routinely, it will be that your sweat will become the sweat of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Your tears will become the tears of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To the point where if Allah wills, He'll make it so that your flesh too will be forbidden to the earth for its consumption, because your body will become as His body.
There is a famous story about a Jewish couple who lived after the time of the Prophet ﷺ, and they lived in a town where they used to celebrate the Mawlid of the Prophet ﷺ. And so the Jewish couple didn't know what was going on, and so they always wondered. And they said, we don't understand how these people love their Prophet so much. They celebrate his Mawlid. And so they went to sleep. And the woman, she saw the Prophet ﷺ in his dream. This is a Jewish woman, she's not Muslim. And she saw the companions, and she went to them and she said, who is that? They said, that's Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She said, if I ask him, will he address me? They said, of course, yes. So she said, Ya Muhammad. And he turned to her sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, Labbaiki. She said, do you answer me and I'm a Jewish woman? He said, I only answered you because I already know you're a Muslim. So she woke up. And so the Prophet ﷺ told her in her dream, he said, when you wake up, do a mawlid. It's your house. So she woke up and she was very happy about the dream. She felt the light of faith enter her. But she was afraid how she's going to tell her husband. One day she's wondering about what these people are doing, and the next day, so she waited. Her husband went back from work, and he brought a calf with him, and he slaughtered the calf and started cooking. And so she told him, "What are you doing?" He said, "The one that came to you in your dream came in my dream and told me what to do." Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, you gotta say Alhamdulillah. Allah, whoever Allah bless, make you love Rasulullah.
You said that you talked about the ascension. There's a line in one of Ahmad Bama's poems where he talks about all the miracles, and then he finally comes to the ascension, and he says, Surah al-Amin, Ma'al-Amin, Fawqa-al-Amin, Lil-Asfiyai. The trustworthy traveled, the trusted guide, on trusty steed, to the peaks of pure. He uses the same word, the travel of the Amin, guided with by the Amin, upon the Amin.
I was told this story in Tarim, Hadramaut, and it's one of the riwayat of the hadith where Sayyidina Jabir asked the Prophet ﷺ what was the first thing that was created. And in this riwayat, Jibreel alayhi salam was sitting in the gathering. And Jabir asked the Prophet ﷺ, what was the first thing that God created? He said, the light of your Prophet ﷺ. And in the riwayah, Jibreel alayhi salam couldn't fathom what this meant. So the Prophet ﷺ could tell. So he said, Jibreel, go to Bayt al-Ma'mur and knock on the door. somebody will open the door for you.
Mhm.
And Jibril alayhi salam left the majlis and went up to the Bayt al-Ma'mur, knocked on the door, and the Prophet opened the door. And Sayyidina Jibril went back and he saw the Prophet sitting with Jabir radiallahu anhu. And he said, Ya Jabir, has your Prophet left? He said, no, he's been here with me the whole time. And so the Prophet looked at him and smiled. He said, Ya Jibril, أول ما خلق ربك نور نبيك.
Alhamdulillah.
Sayyidina Jabir could see.
I mean, still, yes.
Anyway, technology, the simple technology have demonstrated everything. You know? You can do all of this. Alhamdulillah.
Satellite beneath you, the same satellite that is over here is responsible for everything else.
That's what the last subject is about. It's about the flawless jewel that in just the right setting that concentrates all of the meaning and all of the light of everything pours out from it and only from it.
So it says, وَنُورِكَ اللَّامِعَ الَّذِي مَلَأْتَ بِهِ كَوْنَكَ الْحَائِطَ بِأَمْكِنَةِ الْمَكَانِ.
That's it. Every
whatever.
place.
أنا حقول لك هذه بالعربي وأنت قولها لهم بالإنجليزي إن شاء الله يا مولانا. بتاعت حسان بن ثابت لما أرسلوا كفار قريش. أنا أقول لك بجزء وأنت بتقول لهم بالعربي. حسان بن ثابت هذا سونغ
أيوة ما شاء الله.
فأرسلوا كفار قريش. قالوا ليه شوف الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم لما يجي جاي وهاجوه في واحدة من هيئاته وأعطوه مصاري. فلما ماشي يجي الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم شاف الرسول جاي عليه حسان بن ثابت you take your shoes and running back عند كفار قريش. كفار قريش سألوه why you come in you talk to him لما رأيت أنواره صلاة الرسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لما رأيت أنواره وضعت كفي على بصري خوفا على بصري من حسن صورته والله لست أنظره حتى ولو كان على قدري جسم وروح نسجت من الأنجم الزهري.
So he said, when I saw him, I covered my eyes with my hand, with my palm.
الكفار قريش سألوه قالوا why you come in قالوا لما رأيت أنواره وضعت كفي على بصري خوفا على بصري من حسن صورته.
Out of fear from my eyes, from how beautiful he was.
خوفا على بصري من حسن صورته والله لست أنظره. قال له أنت ما ببص عليه والله لست أنظره حتى ولو كان على قدري.
Wallahi, I will never look at him, even if he was at my own status.
حتى ولو كان على قدري روح وجسم نسجت من الأنجم الزهري.
It's a soul and a body, or a spirit and a body that were weaved from the high heavens.
It's the reason why when many of the awliya when they see the Prophet, they often see him from behind the veil. They see him first as light from behind the veil many times before he ever unveils himself from behind that light. Because if he just showed himself from behind the veil right away, it would be too much for the eyes.
dañ leen jox leer bu pare leer googu ndax bu leer googu ñu paaka
il faut dañ ko min ba pare solo
defal leen ba affaire bi dugg nga xam ne yow booy gis sax sa bopp ngay gis rek benn xam nañ attan affaire yi daw su ñëwee noonu rek te amul lu la dimbali lu ko law
It's not everybody who can see it.
toogal